Hello, I'm Landon Schlungen. Today we are going to do this part of FreeCodeCamp, create methods in C# console applications. And let's see what we have here. It's mostly just answering questions on the Microsoft Learn platform. All right, write your first C# method. Let's start this. So methods in C#, they're basically just functions like in JavaScript. And you have to say the return type. So in this case, void it doesn't return anything. We call methods just like in JavaScript where we just do the two parentheses. Okay, suppose there's a method named convert currency. Which of the following lines of code is a valid method signature? I'm going to say void convert currency with the parentheses and the brackets. Suppose there's a method named update. Which of the following correctly calls the method? Just update. Let's see. Yes, those are right. Review these. Method signature is created by declaring the return type, that's void, followed by the method name, convert currency, and parentheses containing any input parameters. Yeah, we put input parameters there, but that one doesn't take any. Let's move on. All right, which of the following correctly declares a method? That would be this display numbers one. Which of the following correctly calls a method? Generate ID. Which of the following is true about the return keyword? It terminates the execution of the method. So once you return, it returns out of the method and we'll move on to whatever code you have after that. All right, let's see if these are right. Yes, they are. And yeah, that's C# for you. Make sure to complete the module, and then we're going to move on and FreeCodeCamp, which if following correctly declares a method. That would be this one that declares it. All right, next training. Create C# methods with parameters. Here we have a method with a int max parameter. Okay, they give this example for scope. Here they have a students array, and they're also saying students inside of the parameter list. But students inside the parameter list takes precedence over the global students. So it will actually take Robert and Vanya instead of these four each time. So this is the output. Okay, now we're going to take a look at pass by value versus pass by reference. Pass by value, numbers, for example, are pass by value where they will only change inside the method, and then once outside the method, they return to their global state. Whereas inside of the pass by reference, arrays are a good example of pass by reference, where they actually keep the value that they have changed inside of the different methods. And strings are kind of weird. So a string is a reference type, but unlike an array, its value can't be altered once it's assigned. So it works a little bit differently than arrays, but still pretty similar. Here we have a method that has named arguments so that we can use optional parameters. So it looks something like this. Say we have a method VP with a name, party size equaling 1, allergies equals none, invite only equals true. Then the only thing that's required is the name. The other things will get set automatically as defaults. A knowledge check. Which of the following method signatures correctly defines 3 integer parameters? We have to do int a, int b, and c, and they're separated by commas. All right, given the method signature, void print string name, string number equals blank, bool member equals false. Which of the following options correctly uses named and optional arguments? Well, we need to use Tony because string name is not optional. And the other two are optional, but so we can use member equals true for this one. So I'm guessing it's A. All right, given that the following method signature, void set health, string health, why don't operations inside the method affect the original input string health? I'm going to say strings can't be altered once assigned. They can only be overwritten with a new value. I kind of read that before, so it should be right. Let's see if this is. Yes, it is. All right, yeah, optional argument is the parameter name followed by a colon. And this is right. Okay, let's move on. Complete the module and see what FreeCodeCamp has for a question. Given the method signature, and we found out that that was A, let's check that, and it does work. Let's move on to the next training. Create C# methods that return values. All right, so the data type in front of the method says what data type it returns. Here, all three of these are void, so they don't return anything. Say we have this bool total meets minimum. This one actually returns a boolean. You see we're doing a comparison here, so it will return true or false. All right, which data type is returned from the following statement? Return 100 times 0.5. I'm guessing that a double type will get returned. I'm not exactly sure on that though. Which type of method doesn't need to include a return statement? That would be the void methods. Let's see. Yes, those are both right. Awesome. All right, double is correct. Since an integer literal is being multiplied by a double, this line of code returns a double. And then void, yeah, it doesn't need a return statement at all. And I'll check. Which of the following options correctly returns a string value? That would be return, no, that's a character, so it would be return empty string. Which of the following statements is true about the return keyword? It terminates the execution of the method. We already had that question. Which of the following options is a valid return statement? I would say return 5 modulus 2. That should return 1, so let's see. Yes, those are right. Yeah, all three are right. Awesome. Let's move on. Complete the FreeCodeCamp question. Which following options correctly returns a string value? Empty string. Okay, let's go to the next training. Guided project to plan a petting zoo visit. I'm not going to do the project. I just want to answer the questions. All right, let's answer these questions. What is the purpose of defining an optional parameter in a method? I would say C, just to simplify the required parameters when a parameter isn't significant to the results. What is the purpose of pseudocode? It's just to provide a design template for the intended code. That's all. Let's see. Yep, those are both right. Let's move on. See what the FreeCodeCamp question is. What is the purpose of defining an optional parameter? Simplify it. All right, next to training. Challenge project. Create a mini game. Again, another project that I'm not going to do. I just want to answer the questions. Here's the questions. A developer wants to create a method that compares two values. Which of the following options is the best data type for the method to return? It just compares two values, so I'm guessing it should just return a bool value, like true or false. True if it is like bigger or small or smaller, or false. I don't know, or equals even. Which would be what, like a true? I don't know. The developer wants to create a method that returns a value in an array. Which of the following options would be a good choice for a method signature? It returns a value in the array. So here we have passing a string array, and we want to get a value out of the array, so it should return a string. So I'm going to say A. And those are both correct. Comparison should return true or false. And yeah, it accepts a string array, and it should return a string value. Let's move on. The developer wants to create a method that returns a value in an array. That would be the string array. Let's go. And I get my trophy. Let's verify the trophy. And our trophy from Microsoft's learning platform was verified. Yippee! Let's go. All right. What do we have next? We have debug C# console applications. And we're going to sharpen our troubleshooting skills. All right. So hopefully you learned a little bit more about C#, writing methods. They're basically functions like in JavaScript, except you have to define the return type, and you also have to define the type inside of the parameters. And there's a little bit of difference with pass by value and pass by reference. All right, I'll see you in the next video.